Do you think we can start getting insight into things like thought? So speech is, there's a muscular component, like you said. There's like the act of producing sounds. But then what about the internal things like cognition? Like low-level thoughts and high-level thoughts. Do you think we'll start noticing kind of signals that could be picked up, that could they could be understood, that could be maybe used in order to interact with the outside world?
In some ways, like I guess this starts to kind of get into the hard problem of consciousness. And I mean, on one hand, all of these are at some point set of electrical signals that from there, maybe it in itself is giving you the cognition or the meaning, or somehow human mind is an incredibly amazing storytelling machine. So we're telling ourselves and fooling ourselves that there's some interesting meaning here. But I mean, I certainly think that BCI, and really BCI at the end of the day is a set of tools that help you kind of study the underlying mechanisms in a both like local but also broader sense. And whether there's some interesting patterns of like electrical signal that means like you're thinking this versus, and you can either like learn from like many sets of data to correlate some of that and be able to do mind reading or not. I'm not sure. I certainly would not kind of rule that out as a possibility, but I think BCI alone probably can't do that. There's probably additional set of tools and framework, and also like just hard problem of consciousness at the end of the day is rooted in this philosophical question of like, what is the meaning of it all? What's the nature of our existence? Like, where's the mind emerge from this complex network? Like,
yeah, how does the subjective experience emerge from just a bunch of spikes, electrical spikes?
Yeah. I mean, we do really think about BCI and what we're building as a tool for understanding the mind, the brain, the only question that matters. There's actually there actually is some biological existence proof of like what it would take to kind of start to form some of these experiences that may be unique. If you actually look at every one of our brains, there are two hemispheres. There's a left-sided brain, there's a right-sided brain. And I mean, unless you have some other conditions, you normally don't feel like left legs or right legs. Like you just feel like one legs, right? So what is happening there, right? If you actually look at the two hemispheres, there's a structure that kind of connectorizes the two called the corpus callosum that is supposed to have around 200 to 300 million connections or axons. So whether that means that's the number of interface and electrodes that we need to create some sort of mind meld, or from that, like whatever new conscious experience that you can experience. But yeah, I do think that there's like kind of an interesting existence proof that we all have.
And that threshold is unknown at this time.
Oh yeah, these things, everything in this domain is speculation, right?
And then there will be you'd be continuously pleasantly surprised.